1.57 has landed, and there have been significant changes to the game. And this has huge consequences for the Logic Bank community or the jumper community. Now, I don't know if many of you know me, but I work in something called customer experience. So I don't think we should be angry about the changes to the game. I think we should welcome them. I think we should really think about what's been happening to new players when they join the game. If you imagine that it's fair to say to somebody that's new to the game, who's not spent a penny, they're free to play, and they ask their alliance, what's the best thing I can do? I'm so far behind. And they say, well, make friends, make a jumper account. Go to one of the weaker alliances, have some fun, gain some experience, and then with your new friends from that alliance or the lower down alliance, start again in a jumper account. But we weren't just saying this to free-to-play players, we were saying this to low spenders as well. So imagine that somebody comes into your business, spends £30 and then says, look, I'm not really having a very good time here. And you say to them, well, yeah, what you need to do is be a jumper account and you'll get a £200 experience, because that's what the value of a jumper account is. And to be honest, by the time we'd finished, by the time the Logic Bank community had put all its tips together, all its know-how, got 20 gold heads from the Past Glory, got huge, massive experience boosts from using second old accounts that are well past the preparation stage, we were taking in £300 or £350 advantages into the game, which is completely unfair on those paying customers. We shouldn't be saying to somebody that spent £100 in the game, really the best advice to you is to write that £100 off and start again. It's not fair. So I'm happy with what they've done. I want new players. I want people to have a good experience playing Rise of Kingdoms. I want there to be a chance that you start as a brand new account and can make it into the top alliance. Yes, you've got to spend a bit to catch up with the jumpers, but all's fair. Plus you're getting huge rewards from what used to be the 1.5 million reward for us, but it's now the 1.5 million reward for new pay-to-play players. So let's welcome them into the game. They're important. I don't begrudge a single penny going to the developers of this game. They deserve it. It really is a great game. We're so lucky to play a game where Minamoto isn't a superhero. You can't just win Sunset against free-to-play players with Minamoto. Oh, an experienced free-to-play player still has a chance. And we're so lucky that that's the case. So let's have a little look at what exactly they wrote. So, where is it? Here we are. So, dear Logic Bank community, you've been making jumpers so stacked, so good, that it didn't matter at first when there was just a few of you, but now that large jumper groups are adopting a strategy of jumping during Past Glory stage, it's become too much and is changing the balance of the game. So we need to implement the below conditions. Once the update goes live, newly created characters will not be able to obtain beginner's immigration items if not in the preparation season. Unused beginner's immigration items will be scrapped once the City Hall enters level 8 or the Evil Crusade, which makes it impossible, of course, to reach Past Glory, the Past Glory rewards of Stage 3 or even 1, because there's no real rewards for a jumper in the Eve of the Crusade. So they've closed down what we were doing. But don't worry, there's lots of life left in a jumper yet. It's not going to be quite as good as it was. But there's also been a significant change to Reign Supreme event, where at one time we could easily get in the top 20 being a jumper. But let's just talk about the changes to that now. So let's go to a test account I have here. Supreme test. So, at one time you wanted to make a jumper account as stacked as possible. You wanted to put as much power into it so that you could head towards the 1.5 million reward. You could get into the top alliance with no bother at all because of your power level. But now I'm going to tell you that you don't want to do that. You want to be a weak as possible jumper. You want to stack up all your equipment. That's because the Reign Supreme event now works completely different. And if you're not careful, you will not rank in the top 50 despite being in the top 20 to 30 of power. So where is it? Glory, no, there it is. Victory in hand. Who will reign supreme? So let's have a look. The top player here has 2.5 million. Well done to them. They've spent a lot of money. But that's not actually their power. At one time, in the old event, 2.5 million would be his current power. But if we go to the rankings, we see, in fact, he's on 3.178 million power, which means he was a 600k jumper, and that power that he had accrued whilst he was jumping does not help in this event now. So let's say you were a 600k jumper like we used to try and get, and you are now in this event. Where is it? So you would now only, and you get to the 1.5 million, suddenly you've only got 700,000 points. You wouldn't have at this point, this is only 12 hours old, but you'll be, let's say on your first day you've gained 300k power, you're only in rank 59, whereby the old rules you'd be right down near the rank top of the 10. You'd be somewhere down here. So, important message for the Reign Supreme event. You now want to take as little power as a jumper into the New Kingdom, but as soon as you're in the New Kingdom, open those gold keys. Open those silver keys. Use your speed ups to increase the number of troops you have. But do not spend a single speed up, a single key, or a single gold or silver key before you land. For example, if you open a gold key that you don't have to and you get a legendary hero, well then that's 4,000 power that is not included in the ranking of the Supreme event. So please be careful of that. You now want your jumper to look weak as possible so that you can then rank as high as you can in this event, because of course to get into the top 20 is significant. I mean, it's an extra 100 gems, an extra 5 epic heads. I mean, I managed to get in the top 50, but as you know, I'm a bit of a beast of a jumper. But you could easily end losing 10 epic heads or even worse. So, there's a tip for you. There's how I feel about the update, and I hope you agree with me. I know some people think it's a nerf to free-to-play players, but let's just be honest. In my last account, or in my last main account, there was a player, and he messaged me and he said, "Look, I've spent $1,000 and you're ahead of me. I can't beat you in Sunset, I can't beat you in the events, and you've got more power than me." And, you know, it's not fair. It's great that skill, knowledge helps so much in this game. We're so lucky that they can't just beat us over the head with just one expensive item. But we also need to be careful that that player needs to have an experience where he's enjoying the game, supporting the developers, and getting that advantage that he is looking for without spoiling the game or unbalancing the game. So let's be proud of what Lith have done to us. That that we were making jumpers too strong, and they had to do something about it. So let's just take it as a compliment, move on, and I've got a new jumping strategy. There's lots of things they haven't closed down yet. I'm far from done. Thanks for watching.